travelers are back. We have been gone for quite a bit because we had a lot of real life situations and stuff happening that we had to take a couple months of a hiatus. So we're back. Obviously, this episode is going to be not very long, maybe long, we'll see, because also content is at an end for SOTO, so we might not have a whole lot of input, but we at least wanted to at least get on and do an episode just to get back into the routine and just say hello to everyone. So I am Kip the Traveler, and this is my co-host Serene Tempest. And we are probably going to be a little awkward. We might mispronounce things. We might mess up a little bit, but that's because we are a little rusty. So I'm keeping things a little basic today. Not a whole lot. I did at least put Discord onto the stream so you can see who's saying what. I need to figure out why Serene's name is the way it is. I think it's my privacy settings. I will figure that out for next time, but you'll at least see whose light's lighting up. I will not put chat on here because I will just plan to separate the audio anyways onto Spotify. And that's that. So we'll still answer chat, but we'll probably answer obviously after we're done conversating that part of the topic or conversation. So you're more than welcome to interact with us and conversate with us. Just if we don't answer right away, that's fine. But if you are a listener, I am live streaming this. So that's why. Serene, what have you been up to? Oh, hang on. Dale, did you say you can't hear Serene? Hang on. Okay, whatever. See, here we go. Intro is already ruined. First try.
Restart.
New
Try
season,
it again.
2024. Done. All right, take two. I'm not worried about it. We're just gonna go with the flow. So, Serene, what have you been up to? Before I get angry at fucking technology some more.
Breathe. No, just doing the average like everybody else is. Just I'm all done with doing the story, so I've been farming, trying to do trying to get the obby armor. I've got 2 pieces so far. I'm farmed out and running out of money, so it's like I thought they made this game where you didn't have to farm, or they didn't want you farming. So I don't know. I'm tired of farming. Now we gotta wait for her to come back. Let's see, what else was I doing? Trying to revisit some of the old events. That's been a pain. Because a lot of times I know people do them at certain times of the day, like you and I discussed. Like I've been trying to get over there at Silverwaste to do some of the events over there in Silverwaste.
Yeah, a lot of areas are kind of not
it's
dead, but just
said,
open at a certain time and summer
and
the content's at the end of the content, so other people are playing other games right now. So yeah.
So trying to get stuff over there because I figured chests over there I can get stuff and get my materials that I need for my obby armor through the chest farm over there, but nobody's doing it. Not least when I'm on, so.
Right. Basically, for me wise, I've been just kind of logging in and out because, unfortunately, we had to put one of our furry family members down, and I just kind of got into a depressive mood and everything. It's kind of why Serene had to wait on me.
Yeah, she didn't talk to me for a while either.
I didn't want to talk to anybody or do stuff, and that's fine. People go through their own stuff. But when I did play, I would just log in and kind of do casual stuff, so I didn't do a whole lot myself besides just doing a little farming, get ready for the spring party for the Guild Wars 2 girls that's coming up. It's a guild I'm in.
When is that? I forgot.
I have to look. It's like next month. Or no, it's this month. It's like, I think, one of the two. I'll have to look.
April,
but
May, yeah.
Basically just getting ready for that. And then just kind of playing some other games myself and doing some other stuff, but kind of on the end of content where it's like nothing really happening. So the topics that we're going to be talking about in this podcast is actually going to be, because the last time we actually got to play together was the last story, and that was a couple months back. And we didn't want to talk about it at the time because it was new, and people's spoilers, want all that good stuff. So we'll be talking about that. We'll also be talking about even though that's kind of old, just a little bit by a couple weeks, is the glamour stuff that was added in, where you can basically copy off of people and get their looks, and kind of the bit of the controversy with that situation. And then we will be talking about I can't even think on the top of my head right now. I kind of want to talk about like things we would want like as an end game goal to do or earn for either, even if it's not Guild Wars 3, if Guild Wars 3 actually happens or not. If it isn't, just for just Guild Wars 2 in general to have. And that's about it. So not a lot of topics, because we haven't obviously been playing too much ourselves as of late, but things that we are at least about and active in the community with. So yeah. Let's start with story stuff first, if you want.
What do we want to talk about?
Well, let's first just talk about the map. The other half of the map of...
It's nice to have in the other side of the map. I like that.
Let me get the actual name. Inner Naos.
Right. Yeah, so. I liked it. The only thing is, like, you can't really do, like, the fishing stuff over there and stuff, because you get attacked every few seconds. Kind of reminds me of old Ore, when Ore first came out. Remember? Kershore? Yeah. It's like you kill them and they're right back. It's kind of like that. So it's like I can't really, like, go fishing. I can't really go and, like...
I think they added more nodes or whatever to make it more easier to get going, so it's not so rough or whatever.
Yeah. But it's like trying to read the little pieces of paper around and stuff without getting hit or attacked. And it's like, come on, dude, go away. But it was too short for me. But it's neither here nor there. And the story wasn't this. I like the story. How do you say it? I like the story concept, maybe. I'm trying to think of how to put it. It just wasn't. It was a lot of gaps.
The map itself was alright. The meta is pretty simple. Overall, I kind of think the first half of the map and story to it, and the last half of it could have just been put together, honestly, so that people just had like a big chunk of content to just kind of run around with for the next several months. Short. Yeah. But yeah. I understand it's getting slightly bigger. Yeah. As for the actual people, give me 1 second. I have to cough again.
Did you said you put the stream chat in the...
No, I'm not going to put it in there. Because I said I'm going to rip off the audio so it'll be easier. Plus, I just don't want it on with the YouTube thing where if someone says something, I get basically in trouble. It's kind of lame. I mean, I could try and make it more censored, but I'm not going to do that because my channel is 18+. Okay, back to the topic before I go all over the place. If you guys kept up with the story, sorry, I was trying to get the names really quick on my little notes here. If you kept up with the story, we have a couple new people. Some are not really new, but a couple new names to the group, which is, I'm going to mess it up already when I say it, but Hector.
Hector.
And then Labris, Queen Labris.
Yeah, you said that right, Labris.
Yep. And then Sirius, whatever. Ceres, blah, blah, blah. Basically, on the chapter for the last one, we meet up with him. Well, we fight him again, basically. We fight him, and then Petra basically talks to him to basically come on our side or whatever and help us out. And normally... Sirius is a loyalist or whatever, so he's usually for Epoch's situation, like he's one of his followers, but he decides to go along with her. I'm trying not to fully break down the details of everything because it's not a whole lot, but it's enough. And then towards the end, you meet with Queen Labrys herself, and you also meet with Epoch at the end. And at the end, she basically offs herself.
Sacrifices
I
herself
mean,
for him.
yeah, maybe we should say a different word in case I get like cut off here.
Yes, just say sacrifice.
She
Because that's
sacrificed
not.
herself. Yes.
Mhm.
What are your thoughts on that whole part of just how quickly it went from like A to Z?
I mean,
Yeah,
0 to
on a lot of
100,
herself.
and
Yeah.
0 to 100, no numbers in between, so you don't know
Yeah, like you
why
don't
she
even
did
know
that.
who it
Yeah,
is really,
yeah,
besides some bit of dialogue here and there. And
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. And
what are
really,
your
you didn't.
thoughts?
I think if I remember right when we did it, that was the only time we ever saw her. So
Yeah,
it's like you don't know why did she sacrifice herself. What was there, like we know what she's his wife, right? Well, why did is she that, like what would he have done that for her? How much in love were they, or how much, why did she do that? Um,
well,
it
she
just
also had a love for her. Yeah, like in MMO is making a point. They do have a military type of order. There we go. And also kind of gives me the whole king and queen knights type of thing. It's like you're gonna make sure this person stays in his spot, which she wants what's his face to step down, Epoch or whatever, from the thing because Petra, isn't vibing with him. A lot of people aren't vibing with the Cryptists are trying to be free, basically, in a sense. So my thought is the same thing. It's like I get that she did it to be like my king. I do anything for you in a sense.
right.
For this lineage type thing, kingdom, whatever you want to call it. But I also kind of feel like uh I give no craps who she is, what she is, why she's here. All anything that irritated me the most was that I, as the person, just had to kind of stand there and be like, okay, is Tyria fucked now because we didn't even we didn't have a say, we didn't conversate, we didn't figure out what, when, where, how, who, why, none of
And
that
then the
stuff.
battle alone wasn't even that good.
Yeah,
I mean, it was just what, a few mobs, if I remember right, and that
yeah.
was it. So it was
So
like, okay, that was very anticlimactic for me,
that's
And I
why I
think that
felt
was
like
the
if they
last
would have
fight,
put
right?
the story, like the first half of the map with the second half of the map, maybe I would have I probably still wouldn't give a crap still because there's not a lot on her. Like it wasn't. We just kind of like went, like you said, 1 to 100. She was there, and all of a sudden she said, "Off with my head," and then was
Well,
gone.
I understand what MMO said about that they're military, so they stick their they're what do you say the speak cryptid creatures are willing to sacrifice their own life for their
Right. And
leaders.
then there's people in the community
But
that think that like this is just a big bad omen that Petra, she wanted this, so then she's gonna probably turn on us later. That maybe she's
and take
really,
over.
yeah, and
Yeah,
that she's
that's
just
what I'm
using us as a
thinking.
pawn.
That's what
So
I'm thinking.
I
But see,
don't know.
my thing is, I would like to know I don't know how you say it. What was her motivation to sacrifice herself? Was it that the epoch is so bad? What
It
would
wasn't
happen?
much. I know literally in the dialogue she was just like, no, I don't want it. Like basically no deal because like, I think Petra gave like this is what I want and either take it or leave it kind of sense and she just was like not having it and she just
Like, where did
offer
it come
so
from? That's my thing. I want to know where it came from.
and I
Like,
think that's what a lot of the community's confusion is like there's some people on one side where it's like kind of like MMO here where they kind of understand the negotiation part in a sense of like military style whatever and like it kind of makes sense in a way but there's other people where it's like we don't even know her, who is she besides that she's this queen and everything, like cool, and now he's pissed off at us when we didn't like I don't. It's just kind of irritating because it just felt very short. It's missing chunks to make up
Right.
to why I should care about this event. I don't need to care about her per se, but more so like, why is this event such a big problem?
Right. Well,
Well, besides that,
you
now
know,
we're kind of screwed. But like, how quickly it got there without like the fillers in between.
but my thing is though, MMO, if she, to power up him, she's a queen. She should be pretty powerful herself, too, as well. And if they're demons or whatever, demons usually don't help each other. They fight each other for power. If you go by the average demon theory, way stories go about demons, they usually fight. There's not one leader. It's they try to become a leader themselves. So that's what I'm saying. What is her motivation then if she did that? Hopefully we'll learn more, but it kind of would have been cool to learn to before this, like where she's coming from.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I hope so.
Petra and the generals are on our side. Could have given us much more insight. Leverage technology, what she might do. And maybe, yeah, that's pretty much. It's like there's parts that are missing, and it made it underwhelming. Like the story itself, like the whole story of this whole situation. If I were to rate it like a rate, it'd probably be like maybe a 7 to an 8 out of 10 because just like it just kind of felt like okay, we were getting some juicy good stuff, and Timey's changing over. She's becoming like what is it called now? The
Teenager, young adult,
no,
adolescent.
not Timey. Oh my God. Oh, Felicia's Dave character. Can't even think anymore. My brain is fried today.
I don't know. I can't hear you if you're talking through your hands, aren't you?
Not Timey. The other one. I can't even think of her name.
Ooh. That's in the old party, new party, what?
New party. She came back. Felicia Days. Holy crap.
I've got a brain fart too.
Now, thank you. See?
Zolja.
Thank you.
Zolja.
Sorry, my brain is like everything's been going wrong today. All wrongs. Like I even pre-set up 2 hours ahead and it still went wrong. So my head is like just annoyed. But yeah, Zoja, like we had a story with her. At least got some details. Her changes. That was pretty good. We kind of understood the Masat with the situation. Like all that crap. And then we got to the demos. Right? We all can share a brain cell. Exactly. This is all we need. Is one brain cell.
One good brain
this
cell.
This ride is going to make it to point A to point B some way or another. We will ride on those broken freaking wheels. But no, it's just like it was interesting at the beginning to kind of understand some of like the area of nanos, inner nanos. But my issue too is what I was having with some things, and some people pointing out where it's like. And maybe it was this like last thought process or whatever, or maybe they just didn't think about it when throwing. Why is there human homes, like Tyrian homes, inside Nanos?
Naos?
Nanos, yeah.
No. I don't understand either. That's why
Why is there not like a weird, like maybe their own version of a home? I mean, it could still kind of use the home silhouette and then just put all those tentacles and whatever else on it, but
kind of like
it's like weird.
Wizard. Is maybe Naos is kind of like how the wizard place is set up, where it's got bits and pieces from other worlds in it.
Yeah, but then where's the Char's homes? Where's the Norn home?
Yeah, that's true.
Unless we're going to be going to those areas technically when we talk about the new area too, that we got a preview of like the map or whatever of what's to come. But I don't know. That part just kind of is up in the air question mark for me on why certain things are in that area, I guess. As
I really like the story. What I don't understand, okay, so that's the big climactic ending for that section, right? The fight with Labrys and her doing what she did and all that stuff, right? But we got more story on what's his name and his daughter. from the wizard's tower, where we had to go find his daughter, the Norn.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember his name. We had more story on there, what was going on with them, but not with what with the
Wasn't his
main.
name Frode or something?
Yeah, Frode, and what was his daughter's name?
Let me look it up. I gotta pull
But
it.
there was more storylines, more
Daughter.
information about what was going on with them, us helping him find her, all that stuff. But yet, that wasn't the main part of the story. That's what blew my mind.
I might butcher it, but is it Arena? Arina?
Arena,
Arena? Yeah.
Arena, yeah. So do you think that's weird? It's like we had more story. Think about it on them because we
Well,
even had a
it's
couple
kind of like
things
I
we had to
told
go.
you. The one thing that kind of disappoints me, and I wish there would be a way where, like, if maybe we got a book, and anytime we run into a POI on these said maps, it adds into the book like a little note, maybe a little story, a little
Yeah,
detail or something.
right.
Because
Or we can add
instead,
something
I have
in.
to go to Wiki and I have to
Hmm.
read the story in more detail of these people. Like, just knowing, just like I told you earlier when reading, I'm like, oh, apparently, you know, Hector is Epoch's cousin to Nepheus, siblings
Hmm.
whom Sirius is her mate. Like, or Queen Lyris might be the aunt of Sirius, Demos, and Petra. Like,
Hmm.
how would I? How would I know any of this detail besides here and there, like conversation? But half of it just kind of gets thrown in real quick and out, or it's not really there. I would love in-game books too. Trust me, I think all of us would. Um,
That's why my favorite achievement was doing the gold claw,
yeah.
the romance right going around and doing like that was a one of my favorite achievements of all time is doing that one. We're gathering all the stories and stuff. That was just I
Mm-hmm.
like that they did good on that achievement. If they could do something like that for this, where we can find out more information about her, and see that's what I'm saying. Goldclaw could have wrote something, like do a little story for the next patch or something,
Yeah, but
about.
I mean, if he did a story, it would have to be something like not really raunchy, but like most of his books are, I think, love stuff, right? It's like,
Yeah, they're raunchy romance, but
yeah,
there's some actual truth in them too. So,
mm-hmm.
you get little bits of information about people.
That's
So,
true. I don't know. It's kind of a bummer because it doesn't make me hype for the next story. Like that's the weird part. Like I am excited. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like doom or anything. It's just I am like okay. So she offed herself, and then
sacrificed, probably better word.
and then you know what's his face was like, yeah, now I'm gonna fuck shit up. But it's like
I mean, don't get me wrong. I do love the story. I love where they're going, but I think sometimes I think they're getting in a hurry too much because they're trying to
it's either
push
her or they're
out
rotating people every
and they
like
don't
story, and then yeah, I
know
don't know.
really what's going on, or they just skim through it and like, okay, well, let's add this,
Yeah,
not
like I don't know how
really
their
read through
creative
it.
process
Yeah.
actually works. Like they do tell us every now and then, but even then, it's like it might not be like that every single time. So what was the problem? What's the reason? This is also the first time they're changing the way the expansion was being released, how story was going to be released, because now it's not living story anymore. In the sense, it's just I guess story. So
I mean, the map was beautiful. I give it a, 10. I like the map. But the story wise, I think it's a 4 for me because it's like too many holes. I'm like questioning what's this, what's that,
yeah,
why do
like I
we
got
do
really
this?
excited for the first half. The end part, I'm just kind of like, I don't know. Petra, she's cool. I don't know if she'll betray us. I don't think that'd just be. It's one of those things where it's like you play a game and then you're like, okay, I obviously know where this is turning. Like that would just be too easy. Like
I
that would
don't
be
think
a
she's.
real easy card to just be like, yeah,
I
she
think
turns evil
she's
on us.
gonna. I think she's gonna kind of betray us, but it'll be for a good. Like it'll come out that the reason why she did it was for a good cause, kind of thing. I don't know how to explain it. Like anti-hero, whatever you
Maybe for
call
her
it.
people, like to give them
Yeah,
freedom or whatever, but for us,
yeah.
it might screw Tyria over. So then it's like, well, what about us? We're just chopped liver at this point. I'm like,
Now MMO said something about new format, maybe coming out in piecemeal,
That's why I'm like
pieces at a
trying not
time.
to be a doomer. 'Cause
But
we still have the next expansion to see if it's going to be the same style, I
right,
guess.
but the thing is, you think with the next expansion, it's going to be a different story set. So wouldn't they complete this one first? Like
Who knows?
the
It might, we like we talked about earlier before we went live. It might be just like a bunch of like different stories that all build up different things, and then in the end, it all comes together onto why we're
climax.
here,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
could be fine. But if you're gonna play that card, then I hope they make a better ending for these things, because like this one was kind of like an average ending, I guess. Cool. I If I were to like, if I had to repeat the game, like besides this repeat just to get my characters through, because I have to get my character through, I wouldn't just go forcefully like, let's go replay that part because it just was so amazing. Like I don't
Like
care.
I would like to for the Gold Claw achievement. I
Right.
would
There's
love
like
to redo it, but there's
certain
no way.
things that would, like I would go back for just because how epic that part of the section of the story was. But if it doesn't catch me, I'm just like, I hope I don't have to ever do that again. Bye. Like that's, and it sucks because I don't. I'm sure whoever wrote that section or did that part, maybe they were trying to get it across in a powerful moment or movement. Who knows? But to me,
I
I
don't know.
just felt like,
Maybe the death would have been more better if we had more mob. I mean, like I said, it wasn't even very a good fight either.
yeah, the fight kind of felt underwhelming too for someone that's
And like we were
supposedly
stuck.
his
Remember, we
queen.
were stuck at the bottom of the stairs because if we tried to go up, we were out of the map. There was a lot of issues of out of maps. Out of that, your zone thing that's
Yeah, a
around your
lot of buggy
story.
little things in the
Yeah, so
first
you're
bit.
like, we were trying to figure out how to get there without going out of the map. And then when we were there, they had all some mobs up on the top, and you couldn't go up there without being out of map. And so you kind of had to stand there and wait for them to come down to you. Yes, it was really bugging me big time. Ask her, I kept yelling and some, God dang it. I keep staying on out of map. And so we just stood down there at the bottom of the steps and waited for them to come to us.
Yeah, that's all I ever
Yeah,
said.
the
I should
worry.
felt.
Yeah, like I was more
Yeah, that's
worried about
exactly.
the impact of her
I think that's a lot of the
sacrifice.
comedians like thoughts. Like she brought no impact. Like yes, she did in the
That
sense of
we know of, yeah.
story
But
written. Yeah, and then
mhm.
maybe as what we know, but it's like physically out loud or what built up to us getting to that chapter was just like they missed some chunks. Like something needs to be in between cushioning those parts to make us be like, oh, yeah, we don't really care, or maybe we do care that she did that, but at the same time, like we would have been like, oh, this is a big deal. Like, ooh, like lights, red,
We're
everything,
screwed.
alerts.
We're screwed.
But instead, I was just like, okay, Commander out. See you next chapter. Like, I don't even like it. I'm
Commander
done. I
out. See
don't
you next chapter.
like. I
That's
don't.
gotta be. We need to make a meme of that. Commander out. Next chapter.
Right? Just give him the little salute. Goodbye. Is this a big deal, Peta? Giving me a reason to care? Are we exactly? That's what like I don't know. The story
But yeah,
background of Petha, the story background like Rem, like all the whole for like her ideal of trying to like give him free. I'm down for that. That doesn't bother me. Good stuff. Kind of interesting. That the like I don't know what you want to call this. Is it the underworld? Like what is this place in terms of our world? Like the other world? Like
it's the underworld demon
basically like
realm.
yeah. So it's like to me, it's kind of cool to see how things
Maybe
are
it's the first tier
handled.
of the demon realm. Maybe
I don't
because
know.
maybe that's why there's houses in it. Like supposedly if you read, like the
I
religion stuff,
guess.
there's levels of hell,
I
just
just,
like there's levels of
I
heaven.
guess, well,
So
we must be on the first tier level hell because why is there tiering homes? Where are the other homes? Petra is literally an ice cube. If she started sweating right now, it would be a real cliffhanger.
yep,
It
that's
really
true.
would.
That's true.
Like,
She's so cut and dry.
and I love
She's
her
just
voice act. Like the person that did, like they picked for her, perfect for her. Like the personality, everything for her, good. So like all the voice actors for all this stuff, wonderful. It's just like the writing was kind of just, I don't know, they're missing something. And I don't dog the developers. They're doing their job,
No, they're
and they might
trying
have
to get
wrote
all this
more. They
stuff
might have
out.
wrote less. They might have just that's exactly what they wrote and thought maybe that hits the mark. I don't know. I'm not a game developer. I don't know how the buttons switch on and off like we were told.
No,
But it's this. I'm
but
sorry,
as
but this
us, as
chapter, as a
a,
consumer and player
hmm
and person that like enjoys the story, out of all your stories, this one actually sucked for me.
yeah,
And I
it's
don't like
less
saying that,
impactful.
but it did.
We never have. We've been playing since the original Guild Wars, and we loved
Like I
all
do
the
kind of complain
story.
still about Ice Brew Saga. I
You're
feel
right.
like the lackluster between Norn and Char, like how much content we were getting between the two, was kind of uneven, but also it was just kind of felt weird out of place too. That one was a little mixed feelings for me, but most of the story, besides Timey, which everyone knows, I don't give a crap about that girl. Like she's cool, but if she were to just fall off a
Croak.
cliff too,
Don't say that. You're gonna get people who are gonna cancel you.
I don't care. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. You guys can like Timey, you can love her, you can adore her, everything. Just like Oreen. I used to not like Oreen for a while, and then she came around and she got my heart, and I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
and now she because she's got
now I love Oreen.
Kit's
Okay,
heart. She won't do Dragon Bash because she says we're being mean to dragons
exactly.
to Aurene. So
So for me right now, this
yeah,
story
I've
is the first
never
time where I
out
was
of
just like,
all the stories that we've ever had that we've done, this is the less I don't information wise, impactful wise, like everything to me. And I'm like waiting. I'm hoping they make up next patch or whatever. But then I'm worried because the expansion comes out. Is that the expansion or is that the next update?
no, it's next expansion. It's in the fall.
So next expansion and seeing what I understood. I don't know if anybody want to elaborate on it, but what I understood, each expansion is a different story or different thing. So are we done here? And if that's the case, it's left a lot of stuff open. If not, and we're going to continue on. So it's like we basically got to wait and find out, are we starting a whole new story or are we, continuing on? That's my thing. I don't know. And that scares me because there's so much left to be answered for me anyway over here.
Yeah, I don't know. I It's one of those things that like this is the first time we're seeing this type of way they do stuff. So the next expansion is going to be, I guess it'll be the overall eye opening of like, okay, this is how things are going to be done for the most part. I mean, I'm sure they'll be able to still change it up and how they handle content. I'm not saying like this is the final answer, but like this will be the actual like, okay, well we've seen what this first release was, which was nice for new players, new people that never touched Guild Wars 2 come through and check out the game because this was a big like expansion of change overall as well with the whole flying because they brought in like people to check out the sky scale or whatever and collect that and just overall nostalgia too plus like Zoja being back that brings in people from the past as well to play. It's just now how do you keep these players and then also how are you going to continue this story for end game players in a sense too, like in the mix of both new player and end game player, because this last one was kind of meh. So that's all for that for on that part. Besides, the map was alright. The metas are pretty simple. They're not too complicated. They have some more collections. I'm trying to snooze this for a sec. In it, we'll probably have to roll a new subs. That's what my thing is. It's like didn't they said no more like they weren't going to do any more raids and stuff like that, but they'll do strikes. And I would love. I'm not saying I don't want raids. So by the way, just making that clear.
Because we still haven't
I
done
think
them.
raids
So
should be a thing no matter what in any game. And I also would like dungeons back. I know fractals
hmm
in the sense is supposed to be that thing where they shove everything into fractals,
but
but
I think there's more
I
story in
want
dungeon.
more stuff outside of fractals. I also want
hmm
my friends who are into hardcore like raids and CMs and challenge.
Yep, to be able to do that.
I
Yep.
want them to be able to have fun and do that too, and have some kind of content for them. So
I
unless this
think there should
expansion is going to be
be.
surrounded between World v World because of the whole restructure for that, like what else is what are they going to bring?
I think they should have like, okay, so like this story, they do a lot of the story in the fractals, and they should do the same story for dungeon, for fractals, for raids. That way, whoever wants to do that type of content and get the story can do it in that content that they like to do. You know, so like we like to do dungeons. We should get that raid story in a dungeon as well, or a fractal for people who like doing fractals and want it quick and fast. You know, so I don't know. I like dungeons personally myself as well.
Yeah, I would like even if they just added more paths to the current dungeons that are in there, um, or turn it into a challenge mode dungeons. Like that'll spice up the. It might make it a little clunky with some of the bugs and stuff that they still need
I
to
don't know.
fix.
Some people there. I know
But
some people are running a lot of those dungeons by
that's
themselves.
what I'm saying. Like turn on like
One
make a
man.
challenge mode one. Just turn on like make different challenges for each of those dungeons
Mm-hmm.
or a pass or something. Now give them something spicier. Like maybe the mobs do a little bit different, or maybe there's some added benefits to it. I mean, in a sense, they kind of do it with fractals, like the higher you are, the different AR daily stuff or whatever. But
Exactly. All
add
they do
that
is
into
put that
dungeon
on
or something.
dungeons. That would be cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really
Like
think raids need to be
the
continually
spider
added.
queen will follow you around the
Or the
dungeon.
troll, because that troll that
Yep.
breaks out of AC, just have it constantly
Mm-hmm.
just knocking you out or
Pop up.
something. I don't
Yep.
know. Being a
Or
troll,
the
basically.
bumper. Or the bumper thing when you're all standing trying not to jump on the
And
where
it's
you
not so
fight the
much
spider
the
queen.
that needs to be a challenge. It's the mobs themselves. A lot of these people can
Mm-hmm.
just, like you said, solo shit. And a lot
Yep.
of times it's just a good ass build and good ass armor and knowing your rotation and knowing how to obviously break the bar and
Well, you
proper
gotta remember
care and food.
too, we are a lot stronger now than what we were when the first year, 2 years of the, what is it,
Mm-hmm.
4 years
There's a
of
lot
Guild
of knowledge
Wars.
out there now, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
websites that are helpful. Yep, I know. I just think they definitely need to come with raids. If it was a wish, raids should come back. I know a lot of people are sick of like the raids in a sense where they don't like the player base because they feel like they're too hardcore. But I honestly think they need the raids. It will help balance out the players that want some challenges for themselves. Like you don't have to do raids if you don't want to, but there should be some content for those people. It's just like World v World and PvPers. They need their content too. It's just like not everyone's playing the game for a certain reason. Like there's certain like some people just come in for the story. Some people just come in for a little bit of everything. Some people just come in for the glams, which we'll be talking about in a second. Like it's to me, I would like to know what's going to be your bait to get people to come buy your next expansion because the story for me it's not when it really pushing me wanting to buy it right off the bat. So I need something else to kind of give me that little
Well,
breadcrumb of like, come here, like.
well, for us though, we buy it because we've been with it since the beginning. It's,
Yeah, but lately my
but
consumerism is starting to change in
it's
viewpoints
starting to change.
because,
Yeah, because you buy for me and you, so it's like, do we want this?
well, it's just also just these not, and I'm not saying ArenaNet's bad with it because it's not dumb. NCSoft still owns part of them, but just like certain companies just kind of munch on their little people and either lay off people or want to put things inside the game, force people to sign up for things they don't want to sign up for. I mean, just recently, EA announced that they were going to put advertisements in their games. Like, why would I buy a game for you to put more
If it's
adver?
gonna
Like, I
have
don't.
advertising, yeah,
You know what I mean?
I
So
don't
it's the
want it.
same thing with Guild Wars 2. Just because I love Guild Wars 2 and Guild Wars 1, I'm getting to a point in my time where I'm like, you gotta have a good reason why I want to spend my $20 or maybe $30 or whatever it might be. So I don't know. I hope for it to be good. I will show like the preview of the area real quick. This is the map, or at least a picture, not the map, I would say, the area that they are previewing. They didn't say the name, they don't say where, and I'm guessing like, where do you feel like this is gonna be at?
Feel it's someplace like I was thinking, someplace like Kryta, like the Queensdale. It looks like Queensdale area or something, but um, I don't know if it's. Is this base old place or is it going to be a new
What was
place?
that area that you were saying earlier to me before we started stream?
Um, Let me look here. I was thinking there's quite a few places. If you look at your original Guild Wars map, There are like above the hinterlands, because a lot of people were saying Char area. Above the hinterlands, you got the woodland cascades. That could be it. The other one I was thinking would be, where was the other one? You were saying, right? Over here, the Blaze Ridge Mountains area on the other side of the Char place.
I just feel
So,
like
you
it would be
know,
the other corner of the side of the map, just because we have that little, like if you look at the compass on your map in Guild Wars, there's like the four little corners they're
mhm.
sticking out, and one's pointing right now to SOTO, but it's like I feel like it'll be like the right side because that's the only area that's green. Bottom left doesn't look too green. Bottom right don't look too green. Like yeah, there's some areas by there, so it's like that's the only reason why I feel like it might be in that little upper Char Tyrian like area, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, because
But
it can't be. I don't think it would be connected to any of the uh other expansions, like Crystal Desert area. I don't think, or
yeah, I don't
freaking
think so either, just
Cantha.
because of the
You
environment.
know, right? They would have to get. Why sell that and then they can't get
And who
into
knows? This might
Cantha
still be
or
all still on the soda side.
yeah, it could
Whatever,
be a new
like in
area.
just like
Yeah.
another area. Like we could just all just be totally wrong because we're still.
But the thing is, though, if you look at the Soto side, there is nothing is open over. There's some little islands
Yeah,
if
but
you
it could
kind of
be. Well,
underneath
if
the
it's like another
clouds.
like alternative world for these people, I don't know. I'm just trying to throw out some theories out there that could be. But like also, Emma was it Cascades?
Yeah, the Cascades. Yep.
So
The wildland. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Wild woodland Cascades between Hinterlands and the Bastion
I
of
do hope it's
Phoenix.
interior as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be weird not to be, but then again, surprise us, I suppose. I don't know. It does look interesting though. It does. This is also where I'm like, can you give me some more? Because this still doesn't make me want to buy any crumbs to buy your game right now. And I know when it
Right.
gets closer, I'm sure we'll get some more like details of like a little bit of what's to come because they've been pretty good at communicating a little bit this year and last year, as of late. But I don't know. I hope it's Tyria as well, somewhere on Tyria at least. I hope it's not like another alternate reality world type thing. Yeah, terrible at marketing. Exactly. I wish, and I don't blame the market person because I don't know if it's fully them. It could just be NC Soft mixed with ArenaNet like higher ups or something.
Yeah, like they're only
But
allowed to show so much
yeah,
or
like who
whatever,
knows? It's one of those things where it's like they quit talking to us, they talk to us. They quit talking to us, they talk to us. Like, and I get it
It's
because
like
there's always sometimes backlash, which causes everyone to kind of go back into their shell and hide away. Or if there isn't backlash and things are fine, like it's obviously not a fun environment to be a developer for sure because you have to deal with like the bipolarness of just your consumers and fans and followers or whatever you want to be or consider when looking at it as a game developer. So I would not want to be them, that's for sure. Props to them though that they have to do that, but not for me. I don't know. Overall, the area looks kind of cool. I like the
but the thing
woods.
is, if it's the char area, what does that have to do with
Maybe we're gonna
Amos?
deal with like well, and it's weird because they don't have any god, like they do have gods, but they don't have any like I don't know if they believe in like hell or whatever the hell this is. Like
What chars? You
yeah,
mean
like
char?
I don't
Yeah, I
think
don't think
I
they
think they have
believe
different
in.
religion than stuff. Like they
I
like
think their religion's kind of like a cross, probably like Viking, like the Norns, but they're more of a fighter race, so I don't
yeah.
know. I don't know if they have gods either. And see, and that's one thing I don't understand too. They could go and do because we've done everything on human
Make sure you
gods.
move your character just a little bit so you don't DC. Sorry, just figured I'd let you know.
Um, we've done uh a lot of stuff on human gods, a lot of stuff on Norn, a little bit more on the Norn stuff. We have nothing on Char, their history, their gods. We have nothing on um well, we have a little bit on Savari, but not much, and nothing on. I don't even think Asuras believe in gods. I believe they believe in everything. What science, mechanical. So,
Yeah, they're
but
kind of like, I'm not saying they're anarchists or whatever they're called, or what are they called in religion? But
atheists.
atheists. Thank you. Not anarchists, but atheists. I just feel like they just, yeah, it's like science realism. Like, I don't know.
That's their
It's
religion.
kind of weird. I don't know how
Yeah,
they,
it's
like,
not
yeah,
fair.
if it is
I,
char, then
it's
yeah.
a chair.
If it's a
I
chair,
worship the chair.
yeah, sort of our internal alchemy. Yeah. Universe machine. Okay, yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Right.
Thank you. Yeah, I
But
know they're not
then,
like
but the char don't
severely
have nothing.
spiritual in a sense. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see how. I guess I can kind of see, like you're saying, like how are they getting char? I don't know if it's probably because of the trees too, because like a lot of those tree shapes are like up in the char like area in a sense.
Right.
If it's char lands and another faction of char, they might be getting manipulated like they were in Gil. Oh, true,
Maybe.
true.
Yep. Kind of like the Savari with Heart of Thorns.
Yeah. My thing is like we didn't lead to that story though. So like this is where it's like, are they going to do
Nothing.
where it's
Yeah.
like story, it all ties together at the end, like, or is it gonna continue on from where we just left off and we go to a whole new area in general, like, and it doesn't even relate to the chart, doesn't, and it's fine. That's where it's like it's piquing my interest. Where it's like if the next expansion comes out, I might consider buying it. But right now, my overall concern is playage wise too, where it's like, what am I getting out of it besides the story? Because if it's just story, then honestly, like I could just watch somebody else play it through and then come back to it on another day, which sucks to be like that person. But
I just feel like compared to the old lately, I just feel like all I've been doing is farming
I know some people are wanting
and
gods too. Like
farming.
everyone's keeps pushing at this whole Abaddon thing,
Well,
and
that's I
not
think
to
so
pique
too.
Deo's
I
interest, but like a
yeah.
lot of people are pushing Abaddon as like somehow he's intertwining again in things. But it's like, I don't know. I don't feel like I do feel like there's some tie-ins of like his certain aspects in a way, but
Maybe
yeah, because
Abaddon
it is
comes and
Abaddon's creation.
kicks.
That's why I'm like, I don't know. Like he could still be lingering there.
Yeah, that's what I think so too. I think Abaddon comes in and kicks everybody's ass and
Yes, he
says,
Cormier did eat Abaddon, but like the creatures and demons and demos and all them, I think they're part of Abaddon's like stuff from what Deo said. I'm pretty sure it's on like the, not to be like go to the wiki instead of go to the game, but you know if you go in the wiki, I think if you read like the demons part or something, it goes through
I can't
some
remember.
stuff.
We read it that one time for trying to
Yeah,
get Deo to come play the new stuff. We were reading it because we knew we wanted Abaddon.
yeah. Uh, took his power when we see her in POF. There was some strange evil creeping in, and she was on her way out. Yeah, yeah. The torment stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. If the gods are back at play in a sense, or one god, I guess it. I don't know. It would be kind of weird to bring him back right now
Because
when
of
he
the
kind of told the
Charland.
other people to that they're basically took a vacation and went bye bye for a while or forever, who knows. And then,
Hmm.
like you said, if it's related to any other race, they don't really care about our gods. Why would they want to even like? I mean, they care. I'm sure there's some that genuinely care in their own beliefs, but like,
No, I don't
you
think.
know,
I don't
Casimir
think
went
they
in on
care
a
about
original
guards.
religion ride when she realized that, the people that she was praying to weren't really going to stay around and stick out and help out, and that we literally had to do it ourselves and pick up our
Yep.
bridges and handle things ourselves. And she was kind of shocked by that. So it's like, I don't expect other races to be like, yeah, let's help you out with your things, unless it obviously deteriorates the problems from their area, which is true because Tyria is a whole world in a sense and not just one map.
Right.
So
I can't remember. We were put here. They like Char and all the other ones were already here, right? When the humans came to Tyria.
I don't remember.
So I'm pretty sure that's the way it went. We were basically we're aliens to this
Yeah, I
planet.
think we're aliens, but I don't know if the Char were here first
And
or
that our
not.
gods brought us. So that's what I'm saying. If they don't have gods, then they must have been native life here. Yeah, see?
Yeah, I knew. Well, I knew Asura, but I didn't know about Char.
Char,
Savarian didn't
Sur, and
exist.
Norn were
Yeah, they didn't
already
come in
here.
till later.
Char, Sur, and Norn were already here. And then we came. And
Did
then,
they come from the
so.
Like, did the dragons move into that? Something with the dragons too, because I remember Krakatoric talking about like Krakatoric and Glint.
I think they were the ones who created the Char, the Sur, and the Norn, maybe. If I
I
remember
don't
right. Or
remember.
had a hand in it
This is
to
where
get
like I would
their.
replay everything again just to remember everything, but
Mhm.
something on
Hey,
the
that's
line
what
of
you get.
things.
How many years of Guild Wars 1 and how many Guild
Yeah,
Wars 2? That's what you
everything's
get.
starting to become a blur. So we're subterranean. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, you can also see that in the sense with I think the way the Heart of Thorns map worked out too with the old labs and stuff. Uh, I don't know. If it is Char, I'm fine with it. It's not. I don't have any disagreements with Char. I just don't. I don't know. I don't see Char being the next. There was no really build up for Char, but yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why would we people keep saying Char when I mean they really have nothing to do with each other.
Yeah.
Unless something that's gonna they're gonna go
You
over
know, you
there
just
and
have some
pat
people
them.
that really love their race and maybe want their race to be the next, the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, look at me. I'm disappointed that the Norn
Or
didn't get more
it's
sunlight and spotlight on that whole saga thing. They should have been
or
100% and Char only 1%. That's just my opinion because Norn are
right.
big, batty, awesome people. Okay,
They're mommies.
mommies and
Um
daddies.
uh, um or it could be like they're wrapping this up and we're gonna start a whole new thing over there
Uh huh.
and then you know sometimes I'm trying to think which expansions where they crossed over. Which one was it? Was it Heart of Thorns?
Wait,
Like
for who?
stuff was happening, like
Savarian?
the storylines.
Yep.
Remember for the new expansions, like we started one thing and then it stopped, and then we started another, and then they crossed. Was it Heart of Thorn? I think it was Heart of Thorns.
Yeah, because of the dragons. Because all
Yeah,
the
yeah.
dragons, like
So
the power
maybe
went over to the
something.
other dragons, so they had to go find
Yeah.
where it went to. And that's
So maybe this will into a conclusion to a certain, a certain point of the conclusion, and then we start over for expansion over and whatever char, and then it crisscrosses later on down the road. I don't know.
yeah, and I agree, Deo. See, because Iceberg Saga only gave Norm one basically episode in a whole. It was all about Rylan and freaking Ritlock and their Char people's beliefs. Where were the Norn? There was only like one or two chapters. I can go on a whole spiel because that shit made me angry. I want more Norn.
She's a
No.
Norn purist. Shame on you.
Everyone's making humans nowadays. I'm a Norn. No, if it is Char, I'll be fine with it. I am like I would see like MMO said, and like it could just be based off the people that didn't turn, and or maybe they're getting corrupted by the stuff. But yeah,
Maybe they're looking for more minions, and char are a warring race.
mhm, mhm,
Maybe Ekpak goes over and starts trying to corrupt the Char to make an army to fight Patha and us and the wizards.
yep, nope,
Could be.
it could be. I'm I'm excited on that part. I would like to know what are you going to bait me in, entice me to buy the game. More dungeons, more strikes, more raids,
Right.
what?
Right.
Roll
And
we
I can't
rolled.
think of what
It's
else.
I'm gonna be real honest. I'm disappointed. I'm not mad at the devs because they're probably just trying to figure out how to make this work and balance and equal workily. You cannot win me over World We World unless it's literally out of whatever beta testing at this point because we have been hearing this whole like alliance beta, alliance testing, World We World, World We World, World We World every freaking year, every couple months. I'm done with it. Until I see in my face it's officially live and
It's
stays there,
here.
I am done. Because I love World of World, but that's not going to be the
Yeah, but
ticket that's
that's
going
the
to
only
ride me
thing,
in. No
right?
offense.
That's
It
can't be the only
sucks.
thing. There's got to be something else that they
Yeah, because
can
not
be
everyone really
doing.
rolls. That's
Right.
you know, some people like to just PvE, and that's fine. So it's like you need to have some kind of more strikes. Of course, I have a feeling that that will always be a thing because they kind of are already doing that now. Which, I mean, they added a new strike recently. Uh, did you
We
get to
haven't
check it
tried
out?
it. Nope.
I know that
'Cause-
Snow Crows
Excuse
got
me,
world
because
first
our
because it was
strike
during when
buddy
I
has
yeah.
left the game, so
Excuse me, sorry as well. Now you got me burping. Um, I know
I
that
didn't
Snow
burp.
Crow
I
got
yawned.
the latest strike
Trying to
is it's the serious one or whatever.
Saurus.
Soros. Is it Saris or is it someone else? Let me look.
Saris, you just said it right. Saris. There we go.
Now you're gonna make me mess up, woman. Let me look.
Saris.
I know Snow Crow got world first on it. I'm just gonna get strike Guild Wars 2. I'll just do this so we can actually have a list. Hang on. Off. Entertain them for just a second while I cough my head off for a second. I gotta cough up junk.
How am I going to entertain them? Do magic tricks?
Show them how cool your bathing suit is that they still haven't added any real bathing suits in the game.
Yeah, look.
Turn around toward the camera.
This was another thing that we were talking about. You see, she's got a green one over here. He's got, like, swim trunks. The Char over there's got swim trunks. But we still got this yellow thing. When are we going to get our bathing suits? Oh, God, it's horrible. It's horrible.
Okay. My allergies are killing me since we like mowed the grass, so like I'm itchy and my nose is clogging and I'm getting the whole drainage down my throat and I don't want to be like coughing off of people's ears here. But it's called the Temple of Phoebe.
Yeah.
And the latest thing was CM was unlocked and Snow Crows was the first one to beat it apparently. At least that's what Guild Wars 2 announced. I don't know if they go through like I'm pretty sure they go through like the game coding and see who actually kills the boss first or something. Because unless you just go off a stream, I guess, which I don't know, would be kind of hard to tell if that's really the first people or whatever. But at least your girls look like girls. When I saw I had to wait for 6 years for. I hate that so much for us, Sarah. Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's
all
true.
your guys' outfits too. Like, I'm not an outfit person because I just don't care for them. I like making my own little armor pieces. But yeah, they do the girlies dirty on that one, and they do your guys' feetsies dirty too. Where like half the time your toes are sticking out, half the time your toes are sticking in. Same with the chars. Sometimes their toesies are sticking out
in,
and
but
something
they still see
or their
outline
claws
of
stick
the
out.
toes,
Yeah. So no, that's the flop side of Guild Wars 2 on beautifulness is they don't know how to cover their hot dogs, their dogs. Cover those little doggies. I know some people don't mind being barefoot. I really want those barefoot slippers still, but
we'll get them one day. I'm trying to get them for you while I'm out there farming.
One day.
How much are they on the TP?
It'll be the day when Guild Wars 3 comes out. It'll drop finally, and I'll just rage quit. I won't even come to Guild Wars 3. I'll just... I will uninstall the game and be like, I am done with this game.
What are they called?
It's the Treasure Mushroom Grind, yep. I think they're called Invisible Slippers, or Invisible Slips, or something.
Oh yeah, I won't be able to get you this for.
Yeah, because they only come from chance from the
2000 or in maybe year 3000 maybe.
Invisible Slippers, Stompers, boots.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they went up quite a bit actually. They were only about 2K.
Hey, I have a question. I thought they were gonna fix this trading post to where so there are 3 things invisible slippers in there. And they're 3 different prices.
Hang on. I gotta go back.
There's invisible stompers, slippers, and boots. So like the boots are
Yeah, Mom,
4,599
because
gold.
it's heavy, medium,
Oh, I thought you get to
light.
pick. So, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it. No, I mean I thought it was a chest that you
The
could
fetish
actually
crowd
pick
must
which
be
one.
rich. They rich then, because I only got like 36 gold.
Yeah,
Cause
that's why I said it'd be the year 3000,
I know it would be not. I think they'd be a little cheaper if they were made where you can click whatever one you wanted or unlock on all. I don't think it'd be as pricey. I
That's
mean,
what
they
I mean.
still would be
Unlock all. That's what I
pricey.
thought it was.
Yeah, I don't know if
So
they
you
unlock
mean
on
I
all.
can get still drop it? I can get it, and it won't be the one that fits me.
I don't know because I've never gotten it dropped. I don't know if that's the case. Probably. Yeah, I was gonna
That'd
say
be
I
stupid.
maybe about 1,000 gold is what I had, and same here. I just blew it all. I
I
don't.
got
It might just
388.
drop the way it drops. Yeah, I don't know. I have no clue, honestly.
Oh, I'd be pissed if I got them and it couldn't be something I could wear. Something that's worth that much, you know. But I guess I could always sell it and turn around and buy the one I want.
Yeah.
But
Oops, sorry. It's because I have my
maybe
button set to that key.
if I got a light pair and I needed the heavy pair, there's no way because the heavy pair is like 3 times as much.
Yeah, they aren't really cheap. There's some people trying to put an order in for 100 gold. There's some people trying to buy it for 10 gold. I don't know. Some people are trying to get it for less. I don't. Unless some generous soul is gonna be nice enough to give it to them.
Oh, 10 gold?
Yeah, I don't
Uh,
know. I have no
that's
clue. I guess
crazy.
it probably just drops the way it drops. That's probably why it's more expensive, just because you don't get really a choice. I'm pretty sure if they made it a choice option, it would be a little less. It'd probably still be more
Probably
expensive
still
because of the
high.
drop rate, but
Right,
not as
because look,
high.
there's only
Yeah.
6 of that one, what, 3 of the other, and 4 of the others. So there's not very many of them
Yeah.
that are
And
for
for
sale
people that are going
anymore.
to be listening later, we were just showing the gym, not the gym store, the trade post, trade market, whatever.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, because we're going to, she's going to try to put this on Spotify, so they won't be able to see
This
it like
this
this.
episode's going to be a hot mess. It's not going to even be fully edited enough. It'll just be a point where I'm just gonna slap it up there and call it a day. And this, like we said, this car ride's gonna get to point B at some point. Let's talk
We're
about,
here
since we
just to have
are
fun.
on glams, and you were talking about this whole outfit thing. There was a current release while we were kind of MIA where you can now copy other people's looks, which was
Can
kind
you
of
show people?
controversial.
Can
Yes,
you show
the way
people
you
click
do
on
it, if
me?
you're watching my stream right now on stream, you just right click on a person and expect costume, and then you can go from there and do the stuff. I don't
Click it.
mind it,
There you go.
but
I don't care. But it shows the colors that the person's using, the
mm-hmm.
dyes, shows what outfits they're wearing, how they have their dyes, what weapons they got.
Yeah, so on an audio listener, you just right click on the person in front of you that you like their like look or whatever, and you just right click preview, and you can pretty much copy their look down to a T. Uh, it was a big uphill roar on some of the social platforms, on their official forums, on Twitter, well, X as we will call it, and Reddit. It has taken too long for cosmetic inspection to become a thing. Agreed. I agree, because I'm used to Final Fantasy 14 or 8, like being able to see people's gear in WoW and everything like that, and yeah.
Same
But
way with
what are your thoughts
other
on it?
things.
Do you like it? Do you
Me
not like it? Do you
personally,
think it's
I have
good?
no issue with it because I think it's cool. You know, you kind of, instead of bugging somebody, or half the time they're AFK, so when you whisper and say, "Oh, that's a cool helm," where, you know, what is that? You know, they don't answer you because they're AFK or something, or they're just being jerks. But with this way, I can just click on them, not bug them, and look and see what they have. If there's a certain shoulder piece or whatever, I'm not looking to steal somebody's outfit. I just look to like certain items, like a helm or their boots or their weapon, what weapon they're carrying, stuff like that. So, but I'm fine with it. But I heard others isn't.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I'm used to it because of Final Fantasy and all that stuff. My thoughts is, you might think that you're really, really good and that you made a certain outfit, and I understand it took you time, some hour, and blood, sweat, and tears, or whatever else. My thought is that there's probably someone across the world who thought exactly the same thing and made exactly the same thing, so you're not the only one in a sense. So it kind of was weird to me, and it's not like, it sucks because I'm not trying to invalidate people's feelings or anything, but there were some people who were just kind of going extreme, being like, this is like AI stealing people's art. And I'm like, what? Like, this is a feature on a lot of games already. What are you talking about? And then on top of that, it's just like, it's just it's just not even armor, it's glam. And then, so a lot of the people thought about that. Then there's people that were saying that it would cause harassment. But it's like,
I don't see how it would cause harassment. But
you're not
yeah,
whispering anyone. So, and that at least helps the people who are socially shy. Maybe they don't like talking. And so now they can just right click on you and look at your stuff or whatever. It's just, to me, it was just kind of weird. If they did put an option in to turn it off and on, I don't care. You can go ahead. It's not going to still bother me or whatever. I just don't think that we should just, be up in arms over glams. I do know that there's some people that surround their content all around that, and that might be why they're more affected than the other people, but you shouldn't be affected by it because people can still, you can still come up with themes, you can still come up with votes, you can still, and if worst case, maybe set a better rule where like either the person takes a picture that like with a timestamp of like when they made that actual outfit or something. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. Yeah, the AI art comparison was rich as they are to the ones technically utilizing someone else's assets, recombining them and passing it as their own. So technically they are closer to it than someone else
Yep.
Period. That's exactly how I feel on that. And it sucks because there's a couple people I follow. I do adore their content. I enjoy their content. It's like really fun. So it sucks because I know that their content is surrounded by basically glam and costume contests. And it just sucks that like they felt the way they did because I wasn't expecting them to feel that way. But I can't tell someone else how to feel about something. But it just, to me, it was just like, it's gonna be okay. Like I just wanted to be like, it's cool. Like, this isn't a big deal.
Okay.
You can find a way to work around it. You know, like, I don't know. Like, if people came to Final Fantasy 14, you're going to be real surprised. That game has all sorts of ways to show, like, people are proud to show off their glam. If someone copied me on this game, I would just think I'm fabulous. I'm like, damn, I must have a cute outfit. Like, I wouldn't take offense. I wouldn't be like, oh, why are you copying me? Go find your own. I don't care. I'd be like, damn. I must have been like real badass looking. I must have been cute. Like they want to copy me. I'm down for it. Like, copy me. Be me. I don't care. I'll share that. But it's just people
I'd be proud,
out.
you know.
Yeah.
I'd be proud.
And yeah, I've been times where there's certain outfits of mine that I spent like several hours because I'm either picking the dye forever or I'm just trying to find the right shoulder or the right gloves or the right whatever. And I'm not going to get mad that somebody was like, came over, right click, done. I'm like, okay, at least they didn't have to go through all the work to find it. That's fine. Like, I'm cool with it. There's other times where I just put an outfit together and in an hour. Also, I don't understand why people get upset when you can literally also just use the randomizer thing that they added in during the freaking EOD.
Yep, you can do dye too. You can pick the outfit.
You can do dye. You can do randomize the gear. What happens if the randomized gear actually copies somehow your armor? Like, you're gonna get mad at the Guild Wars game for somehow magically... Because there's been times where I've hit that randomizer just to see how it works, and there's been times where it gets pretty close to what I already wear. So, you know, just switch out some gloves, switch out the boots or whatever. I don't know. It sucks. Because it's like, it definitely made a dent in the community where it's just like, some people just kind of just took it beyond and be up, whatever you want to call it, on the situation. So I don't know. I would like swimsuits though, like this, where I can have different color, or maybe underwear, different color underwear, since it's basically underwear.
Yeah, it's really not swimsuits; it's underwear. But
yeah,
some different styles or something like.
We'll never get swimsuits. Maybe one day as an outfit, but we'll never get it because then you know what? No one will need the barefoot thing anymore because you would just have bare feet already.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Then those rich foot people will no longer be
Would be
rich
out
because
of
I'll
it.
just put
Oh,
the
they'd be
outfit on.
so mad. Oh, they'd be so mad. God, as much as they are trying to sell that stuff for, they'd be so mad. Oh my lord.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I don't know. It's a rough situation. And then some people were scared that's gonna bring gear inspection because
They thought it
they
was
feel like
gonna
it's
give.
testing the water
Yeah.
for it. So they think that,
Nah,
and
they're not gonna do that.
if
Guild
they
Wars is.
if
They're
they did, I
too.
wouldn't mind. I
Well,
wouldn't
the
care.
thing is, in a way, I would because that'd be like exclusion of people. You know what I mean? Like they already do it now for raids. If you don't have this much whatever, you can't go. Or
Right,
you
because they're
know,
running
that's
basically a DPS add-on.
right, you know, and I think it should be to that own person to be honest with them and say, "Hey, I don't have this gear. I'm not gonna lie and tell these people I got this gear." You know, like I know I got gear. I got legend or I got ascended. At
Mm-hmm.
least I'm working on my legendary. I may not have the right whatever,
Mm-hmm.
but if you tell me what I need to get, I'll go get it and try it. You know, if it's not too hard on because my fingers
Yeah,
and the buttons for certain. If it's a lot of skills and shit I can't do, but that's why I'm not in raids. I'm honest with
I
myself.
I'm
I
personally
won't
just used to it
lie.
from Final Fantasy and WoW on them that I don't care. It in my end, it'll actually help me if I need to know, like, if I'm messing up something, do I have the wrong stats on, the wrong runes, whatever. But I would say at least let it make. That's where I would be like, make it a choice to show it or not, like a check button.
Right, a choice. Yeah, yeah.
Glam, I don't
Because
really think so, but I don't know. I just don't. I've never been an experience where someone came up and whispered me and was like, "If you don't tell me what you have, I'm going to threaten you or harass you." Like, literally, I've literally just gotten whisper, and if I don't answer right away, or if I'm okay, I'll like send them a
well,
mail or
think
whisper them
about
and
like
like, "Hey, it's okay. Like, this is what it is."
remember that time we went and did a dungeon and that one guy kept trying to kick me out of the dungeon and I'd had my I was
That's
running
because he was
celestial
running
guard.
arc DPS. That's a whole different
Yeah,
subject. That's not
yeah,
about
and that's what I'm
gear.
saying. If they get that mean just doing that, can you imagine how mean they are in armor too? You
Yeah,
know, if it told the stats, you
that
know.
the thing is, I will have to say some of that's is a double edged sword because you shouldn't be joining a group that says now this can be partly taken wrong, but like if a group is saying they're looking for a certain stat or a certain thing, then you need to be running that certain stat and certain thing.
Mm-hmm.
If they didn't label that, which some people don't, they just expect people to come in with whatever, then that's really on them, and all they can do is kick you. But yeah, they shouldn't be able to harass you. That you're not doing that. I get that. That's where I'm like, I see what you're
Yeah,
saying,
it was
but
our
at the same
group.
time,
It
it's
was
like,
our group. He was
but
trying to boot me from
that
my own
guy
group.
was using arc DPS incorrectly. That's a bad apple. There's not a lot of bad apples. There's a lot more
Yeah.
good apples than bad. It just sucks that the bad apples give you that one bad experience that you have that now you're just like, I don't want this.
I only run with people I know now because it's like, nope.
Which I understand. But at some point, you gotta treat it as not everyone's gonna be like that, and you have to give it a try again and see what happens.
Yeah.
But no, it's just one of those things. It's like a double edged sword. If it is a thing to test out that thing, I mean, I don't mind it, but you obviously do. It's going to be one of those 50-50 things where, like, you're going to have a lot of the community that are end game players that would enjoy that because it would help them deal with their raids, their
Yeah.
CMs, people like that. But then you have people like you where you're just a casual player, you're just playing to have fun and enjoy the game. Like, yeah, you want to do some DPS, but you want to do it in your own terms and own way. So,
Right. I got the skills that I could use with my hands. You know what I mean? So
mm-hmm.
it's like that's why I don't do none of the other ones because there's too many buttons to push too fast and I cannot do it. I cannot do it physically. But I enjoy playing the game and I would like to try the other stuff. That's what sucks. Because I would like to try to go into raids. I would like to try to do more strikes and stuff, and but I run Dragon Hunter because it's the easiest one I can do. So
mm-hmm. No, I understand. That's why I'm like, I'm not too stressed about it. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. If this was just for the glams, I'm okay with it as well. I do feel bad for some people that feel like they are being like
worked hours and
destroyed or
hours.
worked
Yeah.
out, but at the same time, I'm kind of
Oh,
like,
did you tell
I
them
don't know.
about you said something about that there's some group that sells those
Yes, and then there was another thing is just the fact that I think some of these people that are like, I'm not saying all of them that are being affected this way, but some of these people are just being affected because they were doing this as a monetization. They were just making outfits that supposedly were going to be customized and
For
basically
certain
selling it.
people. Mm-hmm.
I don't know for cash or actual gold, but that is what was leaked about through the social platform and through discords. And it's possible because, like I told Serene here, there's some people that do it in Final Fantasy, especially with uh, basically, I will just say kind of like an add-on where you can mod your stuff in a way that is not part of the game stuff. So it's one of those things that just happens. I personally hope that's not fully true. Hopefully, it was just like blow
Hearsay.
smoke, hearsay. Yeah, because if so, like God, you really good for your hustle that you know how to hustle, but kind of shitty of you to do that to like just give it to the player. It's this armor. It's a digital game,
Yeah.
and like Deo said earlier, it's like it's not even our assets. This is Guild Wars 2. Like it's not even yours. You didn't make that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's
The
true.
Guild Wars 2 made that, or whoever, the developer, the artist, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
made that. So why are you making
Why should
money
you
off
be
of it?
money off of it? Right.
But no,
Like
we'll have
you
to
made
see.
it. It's your shit.
Yeah, and then obviously Awaken. Oh no, they better not come over here. I'll be sad. Um, yeah, we just did
What?
story. We have the glam. We have the new area talked. And oh, okay, last part because then we can finish this off since we are hitting.
Yep, I gotta
Well,
cook
we hit
dinner
1
here.
hour. That's pretty good.
It's not bad. I
Um,
didn't think it would be that
we'll
long, but
probably
we
be
did
about
pretty
30
good.
more minutes. Okay, so this last part was I was telling Mom or Serene, as you guys know, that what would be a couple like if we had a Hall of Monuments in Guild Wars 2 to go over to quote Guild Wars 3 in theory, or if Guild Wars 3 wasn't even a thing, just in theory of just
Just
Guild Wars
for
2
end
game
stuff
type
for
of
us.
fun, just like you earn and unlock on your own. A Hollow Monument style. It might need to be named Hollow Monument. Maybe it's like your personal home instance. They had just add some more things to it or something. What are a couple things you would like to see? So I was going to ask you first before I list off mine.
I think armor and costumes, like you can put like a couple of your favorite costumes, couple of your favorite armor sets, and a couple weapon sets, just like the Hollow Monuments. I love the setup in that. You can put your pets in it. You can put, what else could you put in it? Your armor, your pets, your weapons. Uh, what else did we put in our Hollow Monuments? I forgot.
They had mini pets. We had the
Mini
one
pets, your minis.
Nightfall
Yeah,
weapon
look at all
set.
these minis that we have in this game. And we don't get to show them all. I mean, it's like my little corgi. I would like to put him in the Hall of Monuments. Say that was my favorite mini I ran around with. Yeah, max titles and achievements. That would be nice.
See, and yeah, I would like either maybe add another home or edit one of the homes in your personal home, since then they don't have to worry about like a whole new zone if they don't want to like add on to more. But like
That's an
if it was
ideal.
personal home, like a personal home inside your personal instance, although players want actual player housing, but maybe make an actual player house inside the personal instant. If space and assets or whatever, because I know we're on an engine that is already it's tugging the way it's
Overloaded as
tugging.
it is.
And that they're trying to get their stuff in to get it better working and all that stuff. But if it was like stuck to a certain place, I would say a house or a Hollow Monument style that we had a Hollow Monument style like Guild Wars 1, or a house. And in the house I would like a bookshelf for all the books that we find, so I don't have to keep that stuff in my inventory or in my bank, because I don't want to throw it away, because sometimes I like to reread it because I'm a weirdo like that. A stuff for like maybe like fun seasonal, like all this living story, like maybe an object or a thing. Maybe it makes you replay the story again, and like you get an item from that story. So like maybe Scarlet's like gun as a statuette, or maybe in Heart of Thorns one of the like Mordred Moss, like I don't know, head, like just different things that showed like I accomplished this, I did this part of the story, as like either statues, paintings, that could be a thing, it could be just painting sets. I would like mannequins for my armor, like maybe a couple sets of armor that I'd like. If it can't be like mismatched or whatever, then maybe just like sets in general. So like you're working on your legendary armor right now. Once you get that whole set, maybe it can be put in there kind of like in Guild Wars 1 with the certain armors. Like I think was it FOW and UW's armor was in there, or maybe I'm wrong. But
I think so.
like that. Minis, they could do what like Final Fantasy did with kind of like the island thing, but let you have your minis out in your home, like the personal instance. So then again, another area. Obviously, you have to check mark. Maybe you can only have so many minis because you know people will probably overload the servers or something with all their minis. But maybe you can have like maybe 10 out total in that zone. Maybe
Or
15,
5.
or yeah, like just a couple just out, and you can pick where you can place them. That would be cool, in my opinion.
You can exchange them when you want.
Yes.
Yep. Yep.
We get a house scene and then the announcement of Guild Wars 3. Exactly. We'll get all the stuff right at the end.
I know Kit tried helping me clean out my bags before the what was it, End of Dragons, and we were going through. I have like the old green back pieces, like the doll, the stuff like that. That was special to me because my friend gave it to me.
Well, even that little karma letter that you get from that kid after Scarlett's event, where it's like the family scribble crown picture. Like I would like to picture frame that instead of using it for karma or whatever. Like, let me put it as a picture frame.
Damn. Wait, we can get housing that acts like HOM, and
I think also
is our
legendary weapons. Yep. Legendary weapons can be placed up, or sitting. Like I would be fine with ascended, whatever, because some of the savages actually have some decent weapons, ascended weapons skins or whatever. So
they're all the same. The ascended weapons are all the same, just different colors.
No. But like most of the weapons from savages and from raids are actual different skins. Remember that green sword I got from doing Dagda with the snake or whatever? That's an ascended weapon. So I would be cool with like maybe letting you place their own like maybe like five, you know, maybe 10 total, because then you can have like a staff or scepter, shield, you know, like whatever. 10 total, 5 total, whatever weapons that you can rotate and place whatever you want. Same with I would like personally as well just like mapping completely. Like maybe you have a big old map and it just like lights up. What I would also be down for Hollow Monuments, this is why I was thinking Hollow Monuments over housing, was one, they already have a benchmark of how the little layout is, but I would be cool of just like maybe once you complete it all, it makes like a celestial outline of like a dragon, aka Oreen or something, but it's like each little star would be a monument of something, like either all your achievements or all your titles or all your minis, cool. All your sort, and then like it just doop doop doop, and then it lights up at the end as like a dragon silhouette, celestial, cool. You know, like kind of like the Big Dipper type of style. Yep. Then you just convert it over to Guild Wars 3 or whatever. I don't know. It'd just be cool to also have some end game actual stuff, not like something that makes me break my back in a sense,
like
but like
we did in
just
Guild
casual,
Wars
just
2.
Like in between. I'm like, hey, I did this. Let me put this here. I got some books. Let me put
God
this here.
walking amongst mortals.
Yeah, or Sweet Tooth, or whatever. Like some of the achievements of getting Sweet Tooth. That was it, the good luck, bad luck thing, or whatever stuff. Mm-hmm. You know, or trying not to. Although it'd be kind of hard not to die in this game, but maybe make a achievement for that. Because remember, there's an achievement of just not dying.
Yeah, not dying. I don't think I ever got that one.
That one can kind of be broken though with the tomes, unless they make like some kind of coding to know that you use a scroll or tomes or something. But
it does over there. You can't. There's scrolls and tomes over there, but it's still.
Yeah, but remember, coding is not the same coding on Guild Wars 2, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if they can actually find some way to make sure people can't.
Like, oops, you died. You can't. You have to start all over again.
But that would be fun for some people who are into a challenge of just like challenges, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's definitely a couple things. If there's anything in the chat or in the future on like the channels, whatever, if you guys think of anything of just like stuff you would like as like a Hollow Monument or just a personal housing like setup or item or title, whatever, let us know. Because we would love to know your thoughts. This is our first episode back in 2024. And as I said earlier, for the folks that did come in late, I'm sorry. We have been kind of busy with personal stuff. This episode, I'm gonna try and get it to go on Spotify so that people don't always have to go to YouTube, because as much as I love YouTube, YouTube is also not very great at getting out to my subscribers sometimes, I've noticed. And so I would like to try and get other ways so that people don't always have to go to YouTube. They can just use Spotify or whatever. I just have to figure out how to get it actually properly set up. So I will have to poke around and dig around on that. But yeah. Hi, Spotify. Yeah. Is there anything else you want to include before we sign off, since this is a short episode?
Nope, I'm done. Just like I said, I can't wait for new stuff to come in because I'm getting tired of farming.
I would like to have also in the future, I have to get a hold of people, and I should ask MMO if he wants to be on here at some point. We love to have some guests on here, even if it's just goggling and Googling over frickin' Guild Wars 2, love, hate, in between, whatever.
And Deo.
Deo,
damn it.
Yeah, we gotta get him back again one day. Maybe it'll be the day when Abaddon shows up at some point, even if we
that'll
don't.
be the like everybody.
That'll be him kicking the door down.
Yep. Yeah, I'm back.
Yep. And then the moment Abaddon gets destroyed, he's like, "Peace out, Commander,
out.
signing off." Just peace out.
Red alert.
But no, yeah, I definitely would have to get some of you guys on here because I want to see some new faces. I want to also just talk to older faces too.
It helps to get other people's perspective as well.
Yeah, because not all, and I just, big or small, I don't care what you are for content. I don't even care if you even make content. If you enjoy the game, like, you're more than welcome to just hop on. My only, thing is just, we don't sit here and bash the devs. Yeah. We don't threaten them. We don't hurt them. They are people. They are human at the end of the day. We just want dreams and hopes and wishes and things that we see as a player and a consumer, and that's it. If you have criticism, you're more than welcome. Just be sure to criticize in a correct manner that doesn't seem like you want to end anyone's life, because it's kind of fucked up.
Because I think it's wrong if you can't criticize, because people, they need to know what's good and what's bad to see how they're doing. So, to me, in my book, that's the way I feel.
It's okay. You don't have to be up on stuff. I understand.
Yeah.
For things that we're replying to, it's to my chat on Twitch. I'm not going to probably edit this, so I'm sorry. But to the folks on Twitch, thank you for chatting with us. And for the folks that see us in the comments, just leave us a message. Let us know. You can follow me on Twitter at Kit the Traveler. Twitch is Kit the Traveler. I hope to start streaming a little bit more as well now that I'm like kind of out of my depressive episode. We'll see what happens. We're trying to fix my stuff as well because my video card's acting a little weird. I don't know, for the people that are actually watching, I don't have any.
You can show them.
You see how they're missing their alcohol sterns?
I have them on my screen.
I have I have some weird stuff. Yeah, it's like
they're not holding
video
anything.
Card.
Yeah, on my screen they're holding them.
So I don't know what the deal with that is. I'm hoping my computer's not pooping out.
I just noticed when you did some turning there, your graphics goes crappy too.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was trying to point out. Oh yeah, let me talk about that real quick while I'm here because I can actually still do that without it turning. If you haven't been playing Guild Wars 2, you can't see it because you're going to probably be listening to this later, but make sure you guys check out the options. They have added a bunch of stuff like balloon.
Yeah.
Color tinting, or color grading, sorry. Which I can't really... It says color palettes, but let me zoom in if it actually does. Sorry, we're gonna get a little close and personal real quick. I don't really see much, but I also have Orion's thing on, so maybe that's why I can't really tell.
It looks like the background got darker and lighter when you did the bloom.
Okay. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Her eyes.
Yeah, look towards the sun. Look towards the sun. When
no,
you hit
not the bloom. More the color gradient.
Yeah, I don't know what the color gradient is.
It says that alters color palette's image. I don't know. I'm not a lingo person here to know that. Light rays, that just messes... Obviously, you can't really tell here, but usually the sun can also be messed with. Blur power, all that stuff. I turn that down because, that stuff makes me sick. They also have, in general as well, some new stuff to change things up. Like my mouse, I don't know if you see the glow, but they've been adding like a bunch of just simple quality of life changes, which is kind of nice. So at some point, if you ever do play Guild Wars 2, give it a check out on what they've done so far, because it's pretty good, not bad.
I'm
I
almost done, Pepe.
personally, overall, like I said, my computer's kind of getting crappy on some stuff, so I can't show everything to P, but you know, it's there. I'm sure you can find somebody. And you can also follow me on the community Discord as well. It's a casual Discord. We don't talk too much. We just here and there talk about some stuff and then leave it be. So you're welcome to join it if you want. The Discord link is in the channel on Twitch. I'll try and put that in the other channels. And then my guest host here, you can follow her literally on Guild Wars 2 because she don't have anything right now. Under Serene Tempest 9027. If you ever want to add her as a friend, whisper, hang out with her, party with her, whatever, she's your gal. Is that right?
Yeah, sorry, I'm muting because the dogs are getting
I know
excited,
they're getting anxious.
So, but yes, thank you for joining us. I do have to leave here because they're gonna start going off here. They're wanting something.
It's all good. Thank you, chat. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Goodbye.
Have a good
Commander
day.
signing out. Much love.
Bye.